Alright everyone, we just had a very short, as you can see, almost 1:1 trade yesterday. And yeah, I'm really sorry I'm doing this trade recap now because I was kind of a lot of busy yesterday. That's why I'm doing it right now. So it's alright. And as you can see, this is a very short trade. At least we broke our, losing streaks, and now we have made some money. So this this is a very small trade, yeah, but this whole trade recap is gonna be very informative. So hang tight, y'all, and let's start it. So let me show you the sessions first, like when the New York session started. So the New York session started over here. Let me show right there, 9:30. This is the 9:30 opening, right? So I'm gonna tell you from here, all right. Like yesterday when I come to the market, I came to the market at 9:30. I wasn't trading before any time, all right. I came to the charts at 9:30 and I started my live stream at 9:30. So yeah, yesterday all this trade and every process was explained in detail in my live stream. So I came to the 9:30's opening of the New York session, and at the start my bias was that since this high has taken the previous high, right, and it is respecting the contact encouragement of this daily very significant fair value gap, right? You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, then market should make this fair value gap as an invariant fair value gap when the new session opens, in order to, like, gives the entry to go down to this low. Why this became the drawn liquidity? Because this high is respecting the constant encouragement of this daily fair value gap. What I'm actually saying is that price is respecting a bearish PD array, which means the bias is gonna be bearish. All right, but as you can see, at the start of 9:30 we started booming upside. We took all these highs, right, and we went even higher than that. And let me show you on the weekly one, like where these all are coming from. This is yesterday, I mean this is today's week. As you can see, we went really so much higher. We have hit this auto block over here, right? And on the daily time frame we have this very significant daily fair value gap, right? This fair value gap is a weekly one, actually. Yeah, this one. And this is a daily fair value gap along with this order block. As you can see, it is a very significant order block. So what market did, market went so much higher at the 9:30, and I was like, since it was rejecting the consequent encouragement of this significant consequent encouragement, like it was rejecting the consequent. Oh my god, I'm bluffing for real, sorry. It was rejecting it, so I was like, of course if it's rejecting, then it's just gonna go higher and take out that high, the daily's high. And it did indeed do it, like as you can see, it took that high, it entered this fair value gap, and I have the measurements. As you can see, this quadrant, contact encouragement, this quadrant, and the top and bottom. So I was like, like now that at the very 10 a.m. when the like silver bullet starts, you all guys know about it, right? ICT's famous silver bullet, right? It is from 10 to 11. Yeah, it is from 10 to 11. So at right 10 a.m. it sweeps out that liquidity of the previous day's highs. As you can see, the candle is closing below the liquidity, meaning it is a sweep of liquidity, which is very significant, right? So, and also the high is respecting this quadrant of the fair value gap, right? That's what I wanted to see yesterday. I even explained it in my live stream that if we are gonna be bearish, then I want to be seeing market to respect this quadrant and take out this high, and then I'll be going on the lower time frame in order to take some sort of trade. And then I went to the lower time frame, as you can see. Now, in order to, like, more confirmation about the bearish bias, we cannot just, we can't just say that, okay, so we are respecting that quadrant, we have taken that high, now we are bearish, okay, la 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 la, that is very good. No, what I wanted to actually see, I wanted some bullish PD arrays, bullish fair value gaps, as you can see. I wanted these fair value gaps to, like, become an invariant fair value gap in order to give me more confirmation about the bearish bias. So this is the first 3 minutes fair value gap. After sweeping the high, market came down, melted down. This is the 5-minute one. This red is a 5-minute. I'm gonna close this indicator now so you all can see correctly. Okay, this purple is a 15-minute fair value gap, this red is a 5-minute fair value gap, and this one is a 3-minute fair value gap. I'm currently at the 3 minutes, so that's why you can see it clearly. What I wanted to see market is that it respects the consequent encouragement of this 5-minute first. Let me show you. Oh my god, where did it go? Yeah, right here. This is the 5-minute first. Market came down, respects its consequent encouragement. Then I wanted to, like, dip back inside that 3-minute fair value gap. I really wanted to, like, I then wanted it to go back to the 3-minute and make it an invariant fair value gap in order to go lower. So that's exactly what market did. And there's another model the market made in that 3-minute fair value gap. I'd like to show it to you. That is very informative, as you can see. Now right here, respecting the consequent encouragement of 50-minute, going back inside the 3-minute fair value gap, respecting the top of the 3-minute fair value gap, and then, like, going sideways, a little consolidation, and then it takes this high. Now I want you to observe this high being taken out. This high is currently at the center of the OT level from that high to this low, right? And after taking that high, it is completely respecting the OT level's top from this high to this low. And now I wanted market to take out this low to, like, become the ICT's 2022 model. That is a very famous model. Of course you know about it, right? And as you can see, the moment it took that low, it started retracing. Now let me tell you how it retraced. From this low, from that high to this low. Of course it was gonna retrace from that high to this low, right? Because it just this is the expansion on the lower time frame. And look how it is retracing. Even in the retracement, it is still respecting the OTE level from that high to this low perfectly. It went higher, consolidated in the OTE level as well, but as you can see, even the wicks are respecting the OTE level. And at this point, I had already said that someone who like to be more risky can enter this trade right here as short, like using the consequent encouragement of this 3-minute fair value gap. Like, someone could enter over here, let me show you, right there, and set the stop loss just above that high and just aim for wherever the market goes next, and that'd be a really good trade. But why I didn't take it? Because of course that was very risky, because of course you're gonna set your stop loss over here and there's still not so big confirmation yet. And I think I should have entered because I would have learned more. I should have, like, I should have fought my fear and conquered my fear, and I should have entered the trade. But I like to do it in the next trades, and that's what I learned in this trade. So I was like, I'm gonna wait for more confirmations, because this is not really a very big confirmation, because it just seemed very risky to me. It just seemed risky to me because the stop loss is gonna be very tight. Otherwise, the price action is very clean, was very clean, and it was very good. But I missed it. All right. So I was like, I'm just gonna use this 5-minute fair value gap as an invariant fair value gap in order to give me entry. So when market came down, took out this low, and then I wanted to do respect this consequent encouragement at right here, it was respecting it. As you can see, it consolidated a bit. I entered over here, set my stop loss just about that high, and I actually aimed for, like, initially, wait, Where the fudge did it go? Oh my god, bro. Initially, I aimed for this low. Why? Because this is the 930s opening. Wait, where is it? Yeah, right here. I aim for this low to be taken out. But on the 1 minute time frame, as you can see, there is very minor sell side liquidity right here below these lows, and there's a very significant fair value gap below these lows. So I was like, I'm gonna take my partials off after the market takes out these low, and then I'll let the runner going down to these lows as well. But why I wanted to take the partial off over here, because this is a minor sell side, I wanted to take the partial off, of course. And the next thing is that this fair value gap is so significant that market can be annoyed by this fair value gap and push the price still higher before taking these lows and going more lower. So I was like, that is why it is very good idea to take partials off over here. Because if market started bouncing from the by respecting this fair value gap to upside, that'd be really bad. But I had this plan initially, but when market reached over here, I was seeing my MT5 and I was like, bro, I am not really making a very like, even if I take my partials off over here, my profit at this point was still decent, like 1:1. It was gonna be 1:1. So I was like, even if I take my partials off over here, it's already gonna be very less profits booked in my MT5, and the next target is very risky. That is very unlikely because of this fair value gap. So I was like, rather than just waiting for these lows to be taken out, I should just close my trade over here, as I was having a pretty decent money that I would like right over here. I did not actually know that market will like start bouncing off from this here, so I just took off my trade over here. And that was very lucky of me that I took my trade over it, because as you can see, in the future market just went higher and took out my SL. What was going to take out my SL, as you can see. So yeah, that this trade was really weird one. But although this is not my A plus setup, this is something that I traded because of what was market respecting and what was market was not respecting. This is not my A plus setup. You can call it A setup. My A plus setups are very much different, and that those A plus setup doesn't really include 1 minute time frames. But I think that it's much better to like start trading in 1 minute time frame rather than 15 minute, because the more less time you are in the market, the better it is. Because I've tried it so many times on the trading the 15-minute time frame and holding the price like holding the trade for days, but it does not really work out for me anymore, because market is just, the bias is constantly changing. The bias is constantly changing. As you can see, even in this trade, we before 9:30 we were bearish. After 9:30, when it took out all the highs over here and it even rejected this fair value gap, we became bullish. And then as you can see, it went so much higher, took out that high, and then we became bearish. So bias is constantly changing, so you cannot hold the price for days. It is very hard. So that is why I am coming to the 1 minute time frame now. I was like, bro, nah man, I can't do this 15-minute time frame anymore. I gotta be more, like, I gotta be make it very quick in the market. I should be in the market for very less time, quick money. That's gonna be it for now. And I'm gonna start finding my A plus setups in 1 minute time frame only. So this is the plan now, and I am in my 4th year of trading. Still not completely fourth, but 4th year is still in progress. So hope you guys really liked it and find it informative. And if you did, please like and subscribe, because I've been really putting so much effort into my channel as well. And after doing a year of content creation, I'm still on 66 subscribers, bro. It's just so weird and very degrading, but whatever. I'm gonna keep going, and hope you guys liked it and learned something from it. If you did, please make sure to hit the bell icon so y'all can get notified about my live streams, because these live streams are gonna be very informative. So see you guys in my live streams. Peace out.